Jette Youngblood. I own Youngblood Real Estate. I've been a realtor here for 18 years. And in 2006, I opened Youngblood Real Estate with 3 other realtors, and now we have 18. When you work with buyers, your offers are typically contingent upon due diligence, and during that period, most buyers are going to want to have a home inspection. And so a few years ago, we started using Carlson as our preferred home inspector because his inspections are so thorough, and he's very accommodating and will allow the buyer to be there during the inspection, which buyers really like. And he goes through the report very carefully and walks the buyer through the house, shows him any defects he's found or problems or just areas that maybe they need to work on. And he was so thorough that we just used him over and over. No house is going to be perfect. There's always going to be a flaw with new construction, existing homes, older, and Brian's very good about walking through, and some of it's just maintenance, issues that the seller didn't even know was a problem, and it's probably not a big problem and can be repaired or fixed easily. So it's nice to have Brian walk the buyer through and make them realize a lot of the flaws are not a big deal. Well, I usually tell my clients, I give them 2 or 3 names and tell them to call the inspectors and interview them. And 9 out of 10 times after doing that, they will choose Brian. The reason I like Brian so much is because he does take the time to sit down and thoroughly go through the inspection with the buyer. He'll give them recommendations on people to call on maybe the roof or radon mitigation, or if he thinks there needs to be a termite inspection, or if they need a furnace inspector to come out or an air conditioning person. He gives recommendations on areas that need further inspections. But I think the time he spends with the agent and the client is what's most important, and to have them understand the report thoroughly. That's what sets him apart, is the communication he gives to the client, the buyer. Some inspectors are late, or they forget about the appointment, or they don't have time to sit down with the client, or when the client has questions and they call, they're not available. That's what's so nice about Brian. He says, call me anytime. I'll meet you back at the house. I'll help you. I'll come to your house. Whatever it is, he goes above and beyond to make sure that the buyer, or even seller in some cases, sometimes we have pre-listing inspections, which he'll go inspect the house prior to listing. And that's really nice, so the seller knows what they're up against ahead of time and can make the needed repairs before they even put the house on the market.